Thank you for joining us for another episode of our Notebook Deep Dive podcast. These podcasts are based on either books, essays, or lectures I have written or given over the last 3 decades.
All right, so we've got a pretty hefty stack of research here, all about hypnosis.
Yeah, it looks like articles, studies, even a few meta-analyses in here.
Someone's been doing their homework.
Really speaks to a desire to go beyond the stage show stuff and get to the real science of hypnosis.
Right, to the evidence-based applications.
Exactly, and that's where things get really interesting.
Okay, so let's just address that right away.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, when they hear hypnosis, they immediately picture,
Oh, yeah.
the swinging pocket watch,
Right.
the person clucking like a chicken.
Of course, the stereotypical image.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it often gets relegated to the realm of entertainment or even worse, seen as some kind of mystical mind control.
But the research you've sent paints a very different picture.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what we're here to explore.
So how does this stuff actually work?
Well,
Is it really possible to influence someone's thoughts and behaviors just through suggestion?
the key is understanding that hypnosis isn't about mind control at all.
It's more of a collaborative process, a guided state of focused attention
Right.
and heightened suggestibility.
So it's more about helping someone tap into their own subconscious resources.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's in this state that we can access and influence those deeper levels of the mind where habits, beliefs, and even physiological processes are rooted.
So we're kind of bypassing the critical conscious mind
You got it.
and working directly with the subconscious.
That's the idea.
But is there actual scientific evidence to back this up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about anecdotal accounts.
Right.
Neuroimaging studies have shown distinct changes in brain activity during hypnosis,
Wow.
particularly in areas associated with attention, focus, emotional regulation.
So we're actually seeing physical changes in the brain
Precise.
that correspond to the hypnotic state.
Yeah, and those changes help explain why hypnosis is so effective for a range of issues.
Right. You've sent research on everything from smoking cessation and pain management to anxiety and even IBS. Pretty remarkable.
It is. And speaking of remarkable, let's talk about Joseph Sapp for a second.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's a lawyer,
Yeah.
an activist, an author,
Right.
and a certified hypnotherapist,
Quite the resume.
a real multi-hyphenate.
He is a fascinating individual, and I think his diverse background really informs his passion for using hypnosis to help others.
Yeah, I noticed in some of his writing you included that he really emphasizes the importance of education and training
Absolutely.
in his work.
It seems like he's really committed to equipping people with knowledge and tools for self-improvement.
So it's not just about using hypnosis in a clinical setting,
Right.
but also about sharing those skills so people can benefit from it in their own lives.
It's about democratizing access to these powerful techniques.
Okay, so let's get into some specific examples
Okay.
of how hypnosis is being used to help people.
All right.
You mentioned smoking cessation. I know that's an area where traditional methods often fail.
Right.
So what makes hypnosis so effective?
Well, with smoking, it's often not simply a physical addiction to nicotine.
Yeah.
There are deep-seated psychological and emotional components at play.
Okay.
Habits triggers stress responses, even a sense of identity tied to smoking.
So it's not just about willpower.
No.
It's about rewiring those underlying patterns
The gut.
in the subconscious mind.
Exactly. And that's where hypnosis comes in.
Okay.
It can be used to address those subconscious drivers, helping individuals shift their associations with smoking, manage cravings,
And ultimately break free
and ultimately break free.
from the addiction.
Yeah.
And are there studies that actually show this works?
Absolutely. There's a significant body of research demonstrating that hypnosis is considerably more effective than traditional nicotine replacement therapies
Wow.
for smoking cessation. In fact, some studies show hypnosis is 3 times more likely to help people quit for good.
3 times more likely.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible.
It is.
Now, you also mentioned pain management.
Mm-hmm.
How does hypnosis fit into that picture?
Well, it's not so much about blocking pain as it is about changing how the brain perceives and processes it.
Okay.
You see, pain is a complex experience
Right.
that involves both physical sensation and our emotional response to it.
So even if the physical sensation is still there,
Right.
hypnosis can help manage the
Exactly.
emotional distress
That's the idea.
associated with it.
Yep. And this can be incredibly helpful for people dealing with chronic pain that hasn't responded well to conventional treatments.
So they're still experiencing the pain.
Yeah.
They're not.
but it doesn't control their lives.
Suffering.
Exactly. It can improve quality of life.
Okay.
And even decrease reliance on pain medications.
Now, IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome,
Mm-hmm.
is another condition that often has people feeling really stuck.
Yeah.
How is hypnosis being used to address that?
This is where the mind-body connection really comes into play.
Yeah.
IBS is often exacerbated by stress, anxiety, even negative thought patterns. So gut-directed hypnotherapy, as it's called, uses visualizations and suggestions to calm the nervous system, reduce anxiety, and promote healthy gut function.
So by calming the mind, we can actually influence physical processes in the body.
That's the idea.
And is there evidence that this actually works for IBS?
The research on gut-directed hypnotherapy is extremely promising.
No.
We're seeing significant long-term improvements in IBS symptoms, even in cases where traditional medicine has failed to provide lasting relief.
And this all kind of goes back to Joseph Saf's interest in education and training.
Yeah.
It seems like knowledge and understanding are crucial
Mm-hmm.
for people to really embrace the potential of hypnosis.
Absolutely.
If someone's skeptical, seeing the science behind it
Yeah,
might be what helps them take that leap of faith.
I agree. Education is key to dispelling the myths and misconceptions that often surround hypnosis.
Okay, so we've touched on some of the science and applications of hypnosis,
Mm-hmm.
but there's still a lot to unpack.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't even scratched the surface of self-hypnosis yet,
Right.
which I know is something you're particularly interested in based on the research you sent.
Yes, self-hypnosis is a fascinating area, and we'll definitely delve into that in more depth. But first, I think it's important to look at how someone like Joseph Sapp, with his diverse background and passion for education, is really changing the landscape of how we view and use hypnosis.
All right, let's do it. I'm ready to go deeper into Sapp's world and how he's using hypnosis to answer some of the tough questions people are facing in their lives.
Okay. You know, one of the things that's really impressive about Sapp is his commitment to applying hypnosis in unconventional setting.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, he's not just working with individuals in a therapy room.
Right.
He's pushing the boundaries, using hypnosis to address societal issues,
Okay.
and even impact the legal system.
You're talking about Hope House.
Hope House Recovery, exactly.
Yeah.
He co-founded this successful halfway house in Georgia,
Right, I read about that.
and he integrates hypnosis into their program.
So this isn't just theory for him.
Yeah.
He's actually putting it into practice.
He is working with individuals facing some of life's toughest challenges.
And that hands-on experience really informs his work.
Absolutely. His advocacy work and his passion for educating others about the power of hypnosis.
Okay, and then there's this whole hypnosis and the law seminar he teaches.
Right.
That's a pretty unique application, to say the least.
It is, and it speaks to his innovative spirit.
So what exactly is he teaching in this seminar?
Well,
Is he training lawyers to, like, hypnotize their clients or something?
not quite. While that might make for a compelling courtroom drama, Sapp's approach is much more grounded and ethical.
Okay.
He focuses on teaching legal professionals how to use hypnosis techniques to enhance their own abilities.
Like what? Can you give us some examples?
Well, one area he focuses on is memory enhancement.
Oh, wow.
Lawyers, as you can imagine, need to retain vast amounts of information.
Yeah, the lab.
So Sapp teaches them how to use hypnotic techniques to improve their recall and access information more readily.
Oh, so they're not forgetting things as easily.
Exactly.
Okay, what else?
He also teaches techniques for improving focus and concentration.
Oh, that's interesting.
Think about the mental stamina required to prepare for a trial, analyze complex documents, or deliver a persuasive argument.
Right. A very demanding job.
It is, and hypnosis can help lawyers sharpen their mental focus and maintain peak performance under pressure.
So it's like giving them a mental edge in the courtroom.
Exactly, and it all comes back to Sapp's core belief in the power of education.
Right.
By equipping legal professionals with these tools, he's contributing to a more just and effective legal system.
So his passion for helping others extends beyond individual healing.
Yeah.
He's really looking at the bigger picture here.
He wants to improve systems and create positive change on a societal level.
Okay, so we've talked about how hypnosis is being used to help people overcome addiction,
Mm-hmm.
manage pain, improve gut health,
Yeah.
and even enhance legal performance.
That's pretty amazing.
But you mentioned earlier that there's more to explore,
Right.
particularly in the realm of self-hypnosis.
Yes. Self-hypnosis is an incredibly valuable tool.
Yeah.
That puts the power of transformation directly in the hands of the individual.
I have to admit, I'm a little skeptical about self-hypnosis.
Understandable.
Can you really hypnotize yourself?
Absolutely. It's simply a matter of learning the techniques and practicing them consistently.
Okay.
Think of it as guided meditation on steroids.
Guided meditation on steroids.
You're essentially guiding yourself into that same state of focused attention and heightened suggestibility that we've been talking about.
So you're tapping into your own subconscious resources.
Exactly, without the need for a hypnotherapist to guide you.
And what kind of benefits are we talking about?
The benefits are remarkable.
Like what?
Self-hypnosis can be used for everything from stress reduction and anxiety management to improving sleep and boosting confidence.
Wow.
It's really quite versatile.
Okay, I'm intrigued. But where do I even begin?
Well, the research you sent us actually includes some excellent resources on self-hypnosis techniques.
Oh, okay.
There are books, audio programs, even online courses that can guide you through the process step by step.
So it's not something that takes years of training.
Not at all. With some basic instruction and a willingness to practice, anyone can learn to use self-hypnosis effectively.
So let's talk about stress reduction.
Okay.
I think we all experience stress.
I do.
And finding healthy ways to cope is so important.
Absolutely. Stress is a major contributor to so many health problems, both physical and mental.
Right.
And self-hypnosis can help you manage stress by teaching you how to induce a state of deep relaxation, calm your nervous system, and shift your perspective on challenging situations.
So it's not about eliminating stress altogether, but more about giving you the tools to deal with it.
To navigate it more effectively. And there's a growing body of research showing that self-hypnosis can significantly reduce stress levels, improve mood, and even boost immune function.
What about anxiety?
Self-hypnosis can be incredibly effective for anxiety as well. It can help you identify and challenge negative thought patterns, reframe anxieties, and develop a sense of calm and control in situations that typically trigger anxious feelings.
So you're not just masking the symptoms.
No.
You're actually addressing the root of the problem.
It's about empowering yourself to make lasting changes.
Okay, now what about sleep?
Sleep.
I struggle with insomnia sometimes,
Yeah.
and I'm always looking for natural ways to improve my sleep quality.
Self-hypnosis can be a game changer for sleep issues.
Really?
It's essentially like guided meditation for sleep.
Okay.
By using specific techniques to relax your body and quiet your mind, you can create the ideal conditions for restful sleep.
So you're training your mind to let go of those racing thoughts that keep you up at night.
Exactly, and it can be incredibly effective.
Interesting.
Many people find that regular practice of self-hypnosis significantly improves their sleep quality, reduces the time it takes to fall asleep, and even minimizes nighttime awakenings.
This is fascinating.
It is.
I'm starting to think I need to add this to my self-care toolkit.
I think it's worth exploring.
But I'm curious, how does Joseph Sapp's work tie into all of this?
Well, I think his dedication to education aligns perfectly with the empowering nature of self-hypnosis.
Okay.
He believes that knowledge is power, and he wants to equip people with the understanding and tools they need to take control of their own health and well-being.
It's like he's saying, here's the science, here are the techniques, now go out and use them
Exactly.
to create positive change in your life.
And I think that message resonates deeply with people who are seeking real solutions to their problems.
This has been an eye-opening exploration of hypnosis and its potential to transform lives.
It has.
But I'm curious, are there any downsides or risks?
That's a great question, and it's important to address any concerns people might have.
Yeah.
Hypnosis, when practiced responsibly and ethically, is generally considered safe.
Okay.
However, there are a few things to keep in mind.
Like what?
Well, first and foremost, it's essential to find a qualified and experienced practitioner if you're seeking hypnotherapy. Look for credentials from reputable organizations. And don't be afraid to ask questions about their approach and experience.
So it's like any other healthcare profession.
Precisely.
You want to do your research.
Yes. And when it comes to self-hypnosis, it's important to understand that it's not a quick fix.
Right.
It requires practice and commitment to see lasting results.
It's not just waving a magic wand and all your problems disappear.
Unfortunately not.
But with consistent effort,
Right.
it can be a powerful tool.
Yes, for personal growth and transformation.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From the science behind hypnosis to its various applications, and even the empowering potential of self-hypnosis.
It's a fascinating field.
But before we wrap things up, I'd love to hear your final thoughts on the significance of this research and what it means for our understanding of the human mind.
I think the research on hypnosis is incredibly exciting because it demonstrates the remarkable plasticity of the human brain. We're learning that we have far more power to influence our thoughts, feelings, behaviors than we previously realized.
It's like we're unlocking a hidden superpower within ourselves.
Exactly. And as we continue to explore the mind-body connection, I believe hypnosis will play an increasingly important role in enhancing health, well-being, and human potential.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the world of hypnosis.
It has.
And I have a feeling that we've only just begun to explore the tip of the iceberg.
I agree, and I encourage you to continue delving into this fascinating field.
We will.
There's a wealth of knowledge and resources available for those who are curious to learn more.
And we'll be sure to include some links to those resources in the show notes.
Great.
But before we go, I have one final question for you.
Okay.
If you could leave our listener with one key takeaway about the power of hypnosis, what would it be?
I would say this. Never underestimate the power of your own mind. Hypnosis is a testament to that power, and it offers a pathway to unlock potential, overcome challenges, and create positive change in your life.
That's a beautiful and inspiring thought to end on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of hypnosis.
It's been my pleasure.
And to our listener, thank you for sending us this incredible collection of research.
Yes.
We hope you've enjoyed this journey into the fascinating world of the human mind.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep believing in the power of possibility.
And as always, thanks for diving deep with us. It really is amazing to think about, that we have this incredible power within us,
Yeah,
just waiting to be tapped into.
we do.
And hypnosis gives us a way to access that
Absolutely.
and use it to create, real positive change.
It's a testament to the incredible capacity of the human mind
Yeah.
for healing growth adaptation.
And we've seen the applications of hypnosis are incredibly diverse,
They are.
ranging from individual therapy
Right.
to addressing societal issues.
Exactly.
And speaking of which, we've talked a lot about how Joseph Sapp is using hypnosis to make a difference in the world.
Yeah,
His work with Hope House Recovery is such a powerful example
it is.
of how hypnosis can be a catalyst for transformation, even in the face of, really significant challenges.
Absolutely. Sapp's work really highlights the compassionate side of hypnosis.
Right.
It's not just about techniques and protocols. It's about using those tools to empower individuals and help them find hope and healing.
And then there's his Hypnosis and the Law seminar,
Right.
which takes hypnosis into a completely different arena.
It does.
I love that he's pushing the boundaries like that
Yeah.
and showing how hypnosis can be used to, enhance performance and even contribute to a more just legal system.
It's truly innovative work, and it speaks to his belief that knowledge and understanding are key to unlocking the potential of hypnosis.
I think that's such an important point.
Yeah.
Because there's still so much skepticism surrounding hypnosis.
There is.
And I think by educating people about the science behind it and showcasing its diverse applications, we can help dispel those myths
Absolutely.
and open up these new possibilities for healing,
It's all about education.
growth, positive change.
I couldn't agree more. Education is key to demystifying hypnosis and promoting its responsible and ethical use.
So we've talked about the science,
Yeah.
the applications,
Yeah.
even the potential of self-hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
But before we wrap things up,
Sure.
I want to address the question of safety.
All right.
Are there any risks associated with hypnosis that people should be aware of?
That's a valid concern, and the answer, thankfully, is that hypnosis is generally considered safe
Okay.
when practiced by a qualified and ethical practitioner.
Good.
However, there are a few things to keep in mind.
Like what?
Well, first and foremost, it's crucial to choose a certified hypnotherapist who has proper training and experience.
Okay.
Look for credentials from reputable organizations and don't hesitate to ask about their qualifications and approach.
So, it's like choosing any other healthcare professional.
Precisely.
You want to make sure they're qualified and you feel comfortable with them.
Exactly. It's also important to remember that hypnosis is a collaborative process. You should never feel pressured or coerced into doing anything that makes you uncomfortable.
That's good to know. And what about self-hypnosis?
Self-hypnosis is generally considered safe, but it's important to approach it responsibly and with realistic expectations.
Okay.
It's not a magic wand, and it does require practice and commitment to see results.
So it's not about instant solution.
Right.
It's about using it as a tool for ongoing personal growth.
Exactly. And if you have any pre-existing mental health conditions, it's always a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional before starting a self-hypnosis practice.
All right, so for someone who's intrigued by all of this and wants to explore it further, what would you recommend as a first step?
I would suggest starting with education.
Okay.
There are many excellent books, articles, and websites that provide information about hypnosis and its various applications.
Resources we can link to?
Yes, you can also search online for certified hypnotherapists in your area.
And I imagine it's important to have some clear goals in mind.
Absolutely. Whether it's managing stress, improving sleep, breaking a bad habit, or enhancing performance, having a clear intention will help you find the right approach and practitioner.
This has been a truly incredible deep dive into the world of hypnosis.
It has.
We've explored the science, the applications, the empowering potential of self-hypnosis.
It's fascinating stuff.
And I think it's safe to say that hypnosis is no longer just a fringe practice.
I agree.
It's becoming much more mainstream.
It is, as more and more people discover its benefits.
I agree. And as we continue to learn more about, the incredible capacity of the human mind to heal, grow, evolve, I think hypnosis is going to play a really important role
I think so too.
in shaping a healthier and more fulfilling future for all of us.
It's an exciting time to be exploring this field.
It is. Thank you so much for joining us on this fascinating journey.
It's been my pleasure. And to our listener, thank you for sending us this incredible collection of research that sparked this deep dive. We hope you've gained a deeper understanding of the power and potential of hypnosis.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep believing in the power of possibility. Thanks for diving deep with us.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of our Notebook Deep Dive podcast. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share what you have learned with others.